I really didn't expect to revive this show at all, but here it is. I still have more things to say about video RPGs, and I intend to say them. Roll the intro. Greetings, fellow adventurers! Fred here, and welcome back to the Digital Adventure, the show that still intends to explore RPGs in the digital space. Now, with the news that Star Wars The Old Republic is jumping over to be developed by Broadsword, a lot of players were concerned as to the fate of the game, especially since Broadsword has a reputation for putting games into maintenance mode until they die. Despite confirmation that a lot of Swtor team is jumping ship from BioWare to work on Swtor specifically, and I'm talking key game staff, and they have teased what's coming in the future. I saw this statement at the time of writing this script, still held by a lot of people who play the game. And I won't lie, I understand the concerns. However, I always try to take an optimistic stance until I see otherwise. So, on this return to the Digital Adventurer, I want to explore some of my personal hopes for the game's future under a new developer. So without further preamble, let's dive into this. Kicking things off, for my first hope is that they legitimately add controller support. I don't know if they will bring the game to consoles, but with the rise in popularity of systems like the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally, the latter of the two I am actually saving for myself, it would be a missed opportunity not to provide this feature to open the game to a broader audience. Don't know how it will work, but I hope they can figure out a way to do so. Moving on, we have vehicle combat. We got something similar to this in a few sections of the game, such as the first chapter of Knights of the Eternal Throne, which at the time I wrote this script, I had played through live on Twitch. But we also could have had something teased about this with one of the Mandalorians in a daily area offering to reconstruct a basilisk war droid for us to use. I really hope this isn't a one-time use thing and gives us an opportunity to ride that piece of machinery into battle when in an area that can accommodate such a behemoth, and have it not be on a cyclical, and have it be on a Moving on, we have vehicle combat. We got something similar to this in a few sections of the game, like the Knights of the Eternal Throne chapter and in the Iocath, the daily area. I actually recently played through this through the Knights of the Eternal Throne own chapters live on Twitch not too long ago. But we could have something close to this already being teased with one of the Mandalorians in the daily area on Runic offering to reconstruct a basilisk war droid for us to use. I really hope this isn't a one-time thing and give us the opportunity to ride that piece of machinery into battle when in an area that can accommodate such a behemoth. And have it on a cyclical cooldown timer similar to the heroic moment that we already have. But it would be a cool idea in my opinion. At the halfway point, I want more combat styles. A couple that I have in mind that include either an officer or an engineer. The officer would be more of a healing slash DPS that wouldn't rely on his primary weapon. He would they would focus on manipulating the battlefield, like placing mines that can damage enemies and heal and buff allies. While the engineer would focus a lot on droids, remote turrets, and similar things. Maybe give them ability to like hack enemy droids and cyborgs in a way that can turn them against your enemies and turn them into allies. Don't know if any of this is possible in terms of mechanical or balance possibilities, but it's worth something to think about, at least in terms of imagining. Almost to the end, I want player ships to have more relevancy, not just in gameplay, but featured in story too. I'm really tired of the generic Zakuul shuttle that we've been seeing since the start of the Zakuul misadventure, being what ferries me to every new mission and story element in the game. I'm getting bored of it. I want to see my Fury class Imperial Interceptor shine again. Now, all we see it is either in the cutscene where Theron gives it back to us, or when we go to the landing zone. I'm just a little irritated about this thing, and I just want to see the player ship shine once more. And last but not least, and quite possibly the hardest for the Swtor team to pull off, I hope for flying mounts in the game. MMOs like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV have them. The only thing I feel that's stopping Swtor from having them is making datacrons a breeze to get to. I'm certain there are other reasons for not doing so, but as much as unlikely as it is, it's still at the moment a pipe dream for what I would love to see. Overall, it's an uncertain and exciting time for this game that I have loved so much and cannot wait to see what's up next for Swtor. But with that being said, let me know your hopes, if any, for Swotor's move to Broadsword down in the comments below. And also, let me know what you think of this new style for doing the digital adventure. It's a bit different from the past, and I wanted to change things up a bit and see how it worked. Any suggestions would be most appreciated. But as usual, if you're a returning viewer, thanks for stopping by. And if you're new around here, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to keep up to date with all the stuff I'm doing around here. You can find a link down below to my link tree where you can find links to my social media, my Twitch, my support platforms, and the means to contact me directly. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the trail of adventure.